everyone, it's Ren from Strong Girl Knits, and I first off want to apologize about the lighting. I've been sick this past week, and I didn't get up till noon today, and we had other things to do, so it's 6 in the evening. There's no natural light, so I'm trying to improvise with what I have. So again, I apologize. I am going to edit it to try and lighten it up a bit, but anyways, I hope everyone's doing well. I did want to say, for anyone in the world right now who is suffering, that may be watching this, you know, if things are not going how you would want them, because we all know things have blown up a bit in this past few days. I hope you're doing well now, and I send out as much positive energy as I can. So, anyways, on to the knitting. I hope everyone's been good this week. Like I said, I've been sick, so not in tip-top shape, but that's okay. I do have two finished objects. I finished the rug for my mom, so I'm going to weave in the ends, and I'll give this to her for Christmas. This was a nice fun knit. I probably could have made it longer, but I don't know, I think that's a good size rug. I have plenty of leftovers, so I'm going to make her maybe a couple of washcloths just to go with it, make her a nice little set. And then I also have, this is that big, a big bulky yarn that I bought down in Georgia. It's Italian, it's 100% merino wool, called Naturalina, I think. Anyways, so I made it like I wanted to. Just like a shrug, I guess we can call it. I need to block it and get it so it's not so rolly. But nice little comfy thing. And I do have one of my knitting friends, Miss Cheryl, said that I needed to put, it would look good with like a button, like a permanent button, almost like a brooch. So I do have a button here. It's a very large pendant. It looks really cool. I'll have to find it. Whenever I sew it on, I'll show it again. But I don't know, this was quick. I knit it on size 19. I just cast it on 22 stitches, knit it flat, and then for the ending, I just picked up the cast on stitch and did a bind off on the purl side. So real easy, real simple, nothing special. So I don't know, I'm excited. It's super warm. I wore it the other day. I was wearing a t-shirt. It was cold. I live in a very large old house, so heating, to get it nice and toasty, it costs a lot of money, so I just wear a hoodie. But I wore this, I was just sitting there at the computer wearing that, and I was like, I'm nice and toasty. Nice and toasty. Anyways, okay, for my works in progress, like I said, I finished those two things. I don't think I've cast anything else on, but as for my mother's socks, I got quite a bit knitted. So, nice little, I pretty much had the cuff done last week, and then I've knit a good 3 inches, and I only got a couple more left before I do the heel. I don't know, I've been super focused, and this is just Premier yarn. It's the Serenity sock, alright, Premier yarn. The Deborah Norville collection. You can get this at Joann's. So, and this is their sock weight. This is the Harlequin colorway, which I don't think they make it anymore. And it lives in my personal, that I made this, my little pyramid hearts bag. I am so sorry about this lighting. I promise I will record when there's daylight, so. Alright, and then my next bag, as you guys have seen so far every week, this is my the Flax sweater by Tin Can Knits, and this is for Mr. James. He wore some of his hand knit socks this morning. I felt so special. His toes were cold and he grabbed them. He's like, "Aw, I feel special." And I dropped a stitch. Looks Excuse me. Anyways, I put a marker on so I could actually show you guys how much I've knit. But I just finished the 3rd ball, and I think I bought 7 balls of yarn for this. So I tend to, the past couple things I've knit, I always ended up with 1 ball completely unused. So we'll see how this one works out. But there's the marker, and I got that's about 3 inches knit. You can see that. Nothing special, just working on the body right now, getting it done. There we go. Almost big enough for me, but I haven't measured because I'm supposed to knit 17 inches, or about however, 1.5 inches less than the desired length, because the ribbing's about 1.5 inches. But I'm tempted to do a fake bind off like I've done with the sleeves with scrap yarn and put it on James and see where it falls. So see what he wants. I think I'll actually do that tonight. Just do that. Alrighty, now, so I bought this one. This is Ella Ray Mega. I got this on sale at a local yarn store, and I'm really into bulky yarn right now. And with my Destash along that I will talk about in just a few minutes, I think this would be perfect. And I want to knit Breaking Bad, I believe is what it's called. It's by Oblivious Knits, and I love her, she's such a sweetie. But I was looking up patterns for this, like the yardage and weight, and hers popped up. And I was like, oh yes, I've been wanting to knit it. I think I bought that one last year, and I just never knit anything out of it. So now I have the perfect yarn. As for, I haven't bought anything new, or at least nothing that I can share, because it's for my friend for our little gift exchange. But I did have, so I bought this a year ago. It was 8 ounces of merino wool. It was from Miss Laverne and Shirley. It's a local farm. There's Miss Laverne and Shirley, and I only paid $12 for that. $12 and it was a massive ball, 8 ounces. But it was just like a giant rope, and I don't know, it was just it took a lot of work to draft from, and when you're doing a drop spindle, or at least with me, I kind of like something a little thinner. It makes drafting quicker, or I sit there and spend a lot of time pre-drafting or drafting it before I actually spin. So a local, she kind of has a yarn store. It's more of a booth type thing at a local shop that holds a lot of local people that make things and such. So artisan shop, I guess you'd call it. Anyways, she took everything. She has like a small carder, and I asked her if I would pay her to card for me, and she actually offered to loan me the carder to do it myself, but it's hers, and I didn't want to mess with it without being supervised. So I went ahead and just paid her like $20, and she made me little bats. Tons of bats. I'm trying to think here. So out of the 8 ounces, I got 8, looks like about 8 bats, little bats to work from. So I'm excited. I'm probably going to play with these next. I know I really want to play with the rainbow. It's just so precious. It's so beautiful. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for that. Now, as I was talking last time, I wanted to do a Destash along. It's that time of the year where I know a lot of people want to do Christmas knitting or such, or maybe you just want to knit for yourself. You don't need to knit for anyone else. And and what I like to do is I bought these yarns. These are books. This is yarn. I bought this yarn because I wanted to knit with it. So how about I take some time and actually bust through my stash? I do have more than this, I swear, I actually have a trunk that's partially about halfway full. Maybe a little more than half. But it is Christmas time, and I would like to knit a lot of things for my family. But so I wanted to do a Destash along, and in true powerlifting fashion, I want to do it by weight. So what I would like to do, as I said, it's a Destash along, and pretty much any yarn that is in your stash, if you buy something and add it to your stash, I guess I'll be lenient. I don't care. And I will include whips, so I'm going to run it pretty much from now, and I will post this in my group, my Ravelry group that I started last week, and I will have a link below. Put it on there, you know, I'll count, you can do whips and everything, whatnot. What the goal is, like I said, it'll start now, and we will end it at the end of January. So in case you aren't able to finish any of your things in time for Christmas, at least, you know, you'll still be encouraged to finish it and gift it to them afterwards. So, but anyway, so it'll end at the end of January, and it will go by weight. So let's say, you know, you finish a sweater, and this should be, I think this sweater will be roughly 70 or 700 grams, let's say, probably more. Let's be honest, it's probably going to be more. But, and then with this, if I finish, excuse me, if I finish this, making the Breaking Bad, that'll be 250 grams. So whoever finishes, or whoever knits, you know, you gotta knit the most amount. And so it'll be, you know, everyone will be entered in a drawing for something, probably one of my bags. And then I will have a grand prize for whoever knits the most. So whoever goes out there, and let's say you knit 2,000 grams, which is 2 kilograms of yarn, doesn't matter what it is, you know, you could, for all I know, or I mean, you could knit tons of bulky weight, which is perfect. You know, it's still, you're clearing out that space, you're getting it out of your stash. So there's going to be a grand prize winner, whoever knits the most, and then of course there's just going to be a general entry if you know, finish, let's say you go ahead and set aside a goal like, I want to finish this, and then whatever else, and you finish that, we'll enter you into a drawing. You know, everybody, you're entered in. And I also want to do another Destash along, but this one is by donation. So my friend Rachel, I've talked about her before. She lives in the Ohio area. She lives in Ohio, and she works a lot with a bunch of different charities, knitting based charities, you know, chemo hats, preemies. She's doing something new too. I don't quite remember what it is, but you know, anything. She is pretty much involved in any and all knitting charities near her. And this is time of year. She asks, you know, if anyone would like to donate, and I usually donate at least twice a year. I clean out my stash, but what I want to do is you can send your donations to me, and I will keep tally of how much weight wise you donate, and then we'll have again, I'll have whoever donates the most, or weight wise, and then just everyone will be entered into a drawing, and I will keep tally of everything. So if you want to donate, you can ask me for my address. I'll give you my address, and then you can send it, and I will be collecting everything, and then at the end of January I will, you know, I'll give probably like a week. I'll probably end this a week before the end of January, and then have you let that week to any packages can come in, and then I will tally everything up, announce the winners, and then ship it off to Miss Rachel. So, and like I said, any yarn, she will accept any yarn that they prefer, smoke free, pet free, I believe. But if need be, you know, she offered to clean the yarn, you know, I can try and figure out how to clean the yarn. But so far, I went diving through my stash. This is what I have. I'm sorry if the crinkly noise is bothering you. I'm donating actually quite a bit of cotton, and then I got some lace weight, and this was from the sweater that I knit for myself just recently, and then just some other yarns, you know, whatever can be used. And I've known Rachel for, I think I've known her for about 2 years now, actually. Yeah, she's such a sweetie. I love her. But like I said, she works with numerous charities and I know what she does, you know, the chemo hats, the preemies, everything, it does lead a lot. And because I know the charities she usually works with, it's the knitters, it's people that knit, or at least they learn to knit, and then they either donate, you know, and then they donate their items on. So it's a very much the people that knit, who, let's say they're healing, they use it as a form of healing for themselves, and then they donate these items that help others as well. I know with the preemie things, a lot of it is for preemies that have not made it, or premature births, and you know, the child has not made it, and they knit these items for the preemie to wear, and it just kind of bridges this healing, you know, for the parents and whatnot. So I know Rachel really, that one's one that she's very involved in, because she sees how much it helps them. So, and I'm real sorry if I sound snotty. My nose is backed up, and oh goodness, it drives me crazy. But so there's that. I will be posting at least 2 threads in my Ravelry group, which I will link below, and I will have all the information there. So that's really all I have for knitting today. I'm so sorry, it doesn't seem like much. Oh, wait. Wait. So that alpaca, I spun all of the alpaca, and it's so wonderful. It actually smells really nice too. But no, I spun the alpaca. I spun all my alpaca, and it's so pretty. This color is beautiful, and it's super soft. It's spun like a dream. I love it. I was so excited. I actually I split it between all of my spindles, and then with 2 of them having the majority of it, and then it was just kind of like maybe like a quarter of it was left, and I spun it on my 3rd spindle. So, but yeah, I plied it all together, and it's so lovely. I love it. So this was I feel like I've definitely stepped up my game. This is nice alpaca, and I was saving it because I didn't want to screw it up. So, I don't know. Really pretty. I gotta give it a nice little soak and let it fluff up. So, alrighty. So, knitting question for you all. This is the time of the year. Do you find yourself knitting a lot of Christmas, a lot of Christmas gifts, or do you not really knit for many people in your family? This year, I have James's sister, Jennifer. She is such a sweetheart, and she loves my knitting. She always acts like it, when she wears it, and she flaunts it around as if it cost her $200, and she wants everyone to know how perfect it is. But I love knitting for her. I actually have quite a few things that I've already knit, and I'm going to be giving them to her. And there was something else there, and I do have a couple hat patterns I found that I really want to knit for her as well, because they're kind of funky and they're very much her style. And of course, like I said, I'm trying to knit these things for my mom and for James, and I have some other ideas as well. But I want to know, do you guys really knit for anyone, or is it just kind of, do you not have many people in your lives that appreciate your knitting enough that you would knit for them, or really anything? I just want to hear what you guys do this time of the year, because I do have some people that they don't think it's that special, others that really think it's special, and then others who want it, who want me to knit them something, but they're not always the nicest about it. So anyways, so that's all for knitting. I'm gonna be talking about lifting and maybe some life stuff, but mostly lifting. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Excuse me. So sorry. So lifting. We had a competition last week, then I got sick this week, so I really haven't been lifting at all. But this is, James and I tend to take like a week after competition, get stuff together. He tends to, you know, keep working, but he lifts more. He just kind of goes in, lifts, whatever. I am a lazy person and tend to take this time to just kind of sit and chill and give myself a break. I did lift a bit, but like I said, I got sick, and then I planned on continually working, but I just got so exhausted. What was it? Wednesday, I got into work, got things started, and then I went home. Friday was horrible again, and I just came home and fell asleep. And this weekend, I kept taking NyQuil, and well, for bedtime. I wasn't like continually taking NyQuil and sleeping through my weekend, but you know, trying to shake this. I don't know what it is. I'm just glad my throat isn't sore anymore. It started out as a kind of a dry throat Monday night, got worse Tuesday, and then my nose started acting up, and then my nose has almost been a faucet. But thankfully at this point, my throat stopped feeling so itchy a day or two ago. And at this point, if it does feel scratchy, I just have to drink water and I'm fine again, which is perfect. Like I said, so now we are starting a whole new lifting program. It's about a 6-week program. We tend to do 6 weeks at a time. That gives you enough time to actually see your progress, and see where everything's going. So with this one, we are changing it up a bit. For me, I am doing 5 days a week. I have Saturday and Monday off, and Monday's knit night, so that's nice. I can go knit, come home, and not have to worry about lifting. And our plan is to up my calorie count as well. So I'm roughly eating about 1,600 calories a day, and it's split up like however many grams of carbs, fat, and protein. And how the how James plans it, we're going to be increasing my diet about 50 calories a week, seeing how that goes, because at this point I am still doing my, I'm going to bench and squat 3 times a week, and then deadlift twice a week. So, and that's usually how my programs have been going. But we're also going to be adding, so today's Sunday, and we did my first part. This was the first day of my program. So I benched and I squatted heavy and then benched light. And then I had accessory work to go along with my squat routine. So I did extra stuff for my legs, for my core, and for my back, mostly my lower back. Because it's very important for your core to strengthen that, you know, especially your lower back and of course your stomach. and then on bench, I'm going to be doing, the day that I bench heavy, I'm going to have extra things to do as well. So I'm going to be adding a bunch of extra things, which I'm going to hopefully be building more muscle, or building my muscle, burning a lot more energy. So this is the reason why I need to increase my calorie intake. And as he's like I said, 50 calories a week, and then we'll probably stop at about 2,000 when I hit 2,000 calories a day. But I don't know, I'm really excited. I'm extremely pumped. I always kind of like doing a new program, even if it's not all that much different from my previous program that he had me doing. it's still, you know, it's something new. I have to complete it in 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, we can change it up. And some people that may seem like a long time, others it doesn't seem that long, but pretty much if you ever start anything new, give it 6 weeks. Give yourself 6 weeks to do the program and see where it is. And that's usually a problem with a lot of people, or a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of people, that sounded rude, I'm sorry. You know, like, I used to do all these kind of burnout things where I would start this program, after 2 weeks I wasn't seeing anything, and then I just gave up. And I know a lot of people that do that, you know, they only give it a couple weeks, there's no instant there's no instant results, and they give up on it. So that's my advice for you. Give it 6 weeks, do at least a 6-week program. If you're not seeing anything, then you need to change it. So, yeah, with this program, I am probably going to gain just a couple pounds. You know, that's going to be muscle. Hopefully, you know, I don't want to be gaining any fat back. And then come competition time, I'm probably going to try and compete. Our next competition is a different federation, so slightly different weight classes, where I can either compete at 127 pounds or 100, I think it's like 132, somewhere with that. But so that's our next goal, but that's not till July, so it's going to be a lot of just putting in the gym hours, pushing myself, and trying to up my gains. But that's really all I have to say about that. It's starting the new program. We'll see how it is. I'm excited because I'm gonna, with this extra calories, I can eat bagels or eat donuts or something for breakfast. If you guys have any lifting questions, please, or really anything for me or whatnot, please be free to ask. I'll answer about anything. So, again, thank you. If you've stuck around for this long, thank you so much. I love talking to you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.